Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Jenny. Today I have a very exciting video for you guys because I'm going to be showing you how to color match your foundation to your skin tone to perfection. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video. I cannot tell you how many times I bought so many foundations that didn't match my skin tone perfectly because it was either the wrong undertone or the color just didn't match. I personally love to shop online, and with that, many times I bought foundations that just didn't match my skin tone, and I will either forget to return them or I will just leave them behind. What a waste of money, right? But today I'm going to show you how to make those foundations work and match to your skin tone to perfection by using Foundation Mixing Pigments. And here is the exciting part, because LA Girl actually reached out to me so that I can work with them on this video. So a huge thank you to LA Girl for partnering with me on this video. Today, I'm going to be using this new LA Girl Foundation Mixing Pigment kit that is already available at CVS. If you can see, the kit comes with 4 different pigments that you can mix into your foundation so that you can match your foundation to perfection. This kit will retail for $12 and it's already available at CVS. I personally have already tried out the full size of the yellow pigment and I really loved it because as a Latina girl, I normally look for golden and olive undertones in foundation, and that yellow pigment helps to turn any foundations into more golden undertones. In this kit, you're gonna find the 4 foundation mixing pigments. You're gonna find the white one, the yellow, the orange, and the blue one. Another bonus of the kit is that it also comes with a little mixing tray so that you don't have to mix the pigments on the back of your hand, and they also give you a little spatula or stick that you can use to mix the foundations with the pigments. So if you don't know what a foundation mixing pigment is, they actually come in 4 different types in this kit. Each one of them, it's going to help you within a specific case. So let me just give you a brief description of what each of these pigments do. So basically the white pigment, it's going to help you to lighten up any foundations. Let's say you have a foundation that it's too dark. You can mix the white pigment to lighten up the foundation shade. The yellow pigment, it's going to be perfect for foundations that are too pink or too neutral for your skin tone, and it's going to shift those foundations into a golden undertone. On the opposite side, you have the orange pigment, which is going to be perfect for foundations that are too golden or too cool. So that pigment, it's going to help make foundations a little bit warmer. And lastly, we have the blue pigment, which is going to be perfect for foundations that are too warm for your skin tone, and it's going to shift them to a more neutral undertone. And one last thing, this pigment, a little bit of the product goes a long way, so you want to start by adding little by little into your foundations until you see what combination works better. But let me stop talking about them and let me just show you how they work. Alright guys, so we're going to get into the demo portion of the video. And as you can see, I already have my eye makeup done because this video is going to be mainly focused on the foundation. So you can use this foundation pigments with any foundation, but I am going to be using my LA Girl Pro Matte foundation today. I absolutely love this foundation. It gives you such a beautiful soft matte finish. I normally wear the shade light tan, which is 676. However, I do find that this one, it's a little bit darker for my skin tone right now since I normally wear this one during the summer. I am going to show you how to make this foundation work for my skin tone using the pigments. But since my skin is a little bit more fair right now since it's winter, I find that the shade soft beige 717 matches my skin a little better. And just in case you didn't know, LA Girl recently extended their foundation range in the Pro Matte foundation. I believe they came out with 10 brand new shades and this is one of them. I find that this one is missing a little bit of those golden undertones, so I'm also going to show you how I can make this shade better match my skin tone. And just for fun, I have a foundation shade that is completely the wrong undertone. This one is the medium beige 675. To me, this one has a pink undertone, and that to me is a no-no. Stay away because they make me look orange and pink, and I don't like that. I'm gonna start by showing you the medium beige, the foundation that to me has the pink undertone, and I'm gonna be using the little tray that comes in the kit. So I'm gonna do like 1 pump or so of this foundation. So I'm gonna do 1 swatch of this foundation alone on my face. Do you see how that it's too light for my skin tone and it's just too pink? We're gonna fix it and make it work somehow. So I have it here in my little tray, and the pigment that you want to use to shift foundations to a golden undertone is the yellow one. So you want to add little by little. In the tray, you would see that it has 4 little squares right here that are perfectly placed so that you can put the pigments there. The kit comes with a little spatula that you can use to mix the product. I'm going to grab actually a lot of the yellow pigment and mix it into this foundation. Just because it's a little harder to do it like that. I'm actually going to stand up. So I'm grabbing a lot of the yellow pigment because this foundation undertone, it's definitely on the pinker side for me. And I want to shift that to golden. Remember, you can add little by little to whatever you find will match your skin tone better. Now that we mix that, I'm going to show you the difference. So this is the foundation that I mixed in with the yellow pigment. Wow, can you see the difference? So this is the foundation alone, and this is the foundation with the yellow pigment. You can see right away that it shifted the undertone from pink to golden, as easy as that. So this was example number 1. We had a pink undertone foundation and we shifted the foundation to a golden undertone by using the yellow pigment. So the example number 2 is the soft beige 717. I'm gonna put it in the little tray once again. So this is the foundation that to me, it has a neutral undertone, so it matches my skin pretty well, I think, but I think that it still needs a little bit more golden undertones. I'm gonna show you what the foundation looks like alone. It's pretty much a neutral undertone to me. What do you think? And the way I will make that one work for me right now, it's by using the yellow pigment as well. So I'm adding a little bit more of the yellow pigment into the tray. But with this foundation, I don't think, I'm actually gonna stand up again. Okay, so this is example number 2. With this one, I don't think I need that much of the yellow pigment just because this one is already a neutral undertone, so I don't have that much to change. I just want to shift it to golden. So I'm adding a little bit of the pigment. A little bit of this pigment goes a long way. I know it looks like I have a lot right now, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Okay, now I'm going to show you the swatch after mixing the yellow pigment into the foundation. So you can see the difference, how it was a little bit more neutral before and now it's definitely more golden. So if you have a foundation that has a neutral undertone and you want to shift it to more golden, all you need to do is add a little bit of the yellow pigment and it will make it a perfect match. And lastly, for my last example, I have light tan, which is 676. So remember, this is a shade that it is a little bit darker for me right now. I'm going to go ahead and pump it so that you can see the swatch of the foundation alone. It's a little bit too tan and warm for my skin tone right now. So if you have a foundation that it's too dark or too warm for your skin tone, you actually have the option to play around with these 2 pigments. So if a foundation is too dark, you can use the white pigment to lighten up the shade. However, I do warn you that with this one, you have to use a very small amount because it can easily turn the foundation ashy. And if you're not looking for that, you have to use very small amount. And if the foundation is actually more on the warmer side for your skin tone at the moment, you can use the blue pigment, and this one would make the undertone more neutral and not as warm. So in this case, because this foundation is a little bit too warm for my skin tone, I'm gonna go ahead and use the blue pigment. And remember, you don't need a lot of this pigment because a little bit goes a long way. So I'm gonna just use a little dot. Okay, so once again, I'm gonna grab a little bit of the blue pigment and I'm gonna slowly mix it into the foundation. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry if my tray is looking a little bit messy, but I just really want to show you how all of these pigments work. I think just like that it will be enough. Okay, so I'm going to show you the swatch. So that's the foundation after adding a little bit of the blue pigment. So now this right here definitely looks too dark for my skin tone, but if I were to add a little bit of the blue pigment, it made it more of a perfect match. As you saw, I can make any of those foundations work by just using the pigments, but I do think that light tan was a better match. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the third mix. So I use light tan with a little bit of the blue pigment. And let me go ahead and speed up through this process so that we don't make the video much longer. So I've only done foundation so far. I'm obviously missing concealer and the rest of my face makeup, but I just wanted to quickly show you the foundation match. What do you think? I think it's matching pretty good to my skin tone. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I finished the rest of my face makeup. What do you think? I keep looking at my monitor because I love how my skin complexion is looking right now. I think the foundation mixed with the foundation pigments definitely helped me get the perfect color match for my skin tone. And if you ask me, this kit is such a genius idea because number one, it is super affordable. You can get it for $12. And number two, if you don't want to commit to a full-size bottle of the pigments, you can definitely try out this kit so that way you can try and see which one of them is the one that works better for you. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you found it helpful. Don't forget to check out the new LA Girl Foundation Mixing Pigments that are going to be already available at CVS. And once again, thank you to LA Girl for working with me on this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.